Greetings, everyone out there in the internet land. How are you doing? Allow me to hit that button. Welcome, everybody. This is a second look with myself and my co-host, Miss Trina, next to me, Phoenix. And let's just say favor to everyone, nothing missing, nothing broken. And we have one of our Soul Tribe members, Miss Caz Hawke. How are you doing
Hi
today?
everyone, how you doing?
You look great, as always. Both of you ladies look absolutely fabulous. So I just feel like I'm amongst royalty. So, hey, I'm in between the two, and that's just the way it's going to be, folks. So uh, how you doing, Trina?
I'm doing good, and it's so good to meet Caz face to face, screen to screen at least, but I love it. I love it. So honored.
So this is the first time the two of y'all have met?
Pretty much, yeah, face to face.
Yeah, face to face, yeah.
Here I was. Yeah. I had thought for some reason y'all met in this life, a previous life, or one to come. So I just took it that y'all knew each other. So, well, there you go. It's a family. Yeah.
It is the soul family. And it's like when you meet, you feel like you do know each other. It's the weirdest thing.
Definitely. It's like I've known you all my life.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Infinite Frequencies says awesome teachers. Hey, we got a and we got a full ones right here. Thank you all the moderators. Hello, David Barry. Hey, Brenda. Milky's mom's in the way. By the way, Sanji says hello, smiling over here. Mary wins all the time, so I love that. So many good people here. Hello, Julianne Payne, Nita and the Mystic. So good to see you, David Castle. We're going to be getting more of these shirts in the future. So a lot of you have been writing me, and this was just an experimental batch. So we will be getting more, and we'll be getting in them to people's hands. Yeah. And anyway, so ladies, let's talk. What's going on? How's the energy? What's going on with you individually, and what are you feeling the overall sphere of influence to be?
Okay.
You want to go, Caz? You go first.
Yeah.
Love it. Love it.
I feel the energy is definitely booting up. I have some days where I just can't sit still, and it's all good energy. And like today, I cropped my potatoes, and I was so excited. I've got this big bucket full of potatoes, and I had them for dinner, and they just melted in my mouth. They're amazing. It was just like love in your mouth. It was like amazing.
It's an orgy every time I eat chocolate, so in my mouth. I mean,
yeah, that was really exciting for me.
I think it's powerful when love goes into food, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
Brenda was telling me yesterday, Milky's mom, she was like, you should see the garden. It's doubled since you guys saw the pictures last. She said it is so abundant, going crazy. I think this is where we're going back to, and it's so beautiful.
It is, definitely.
Yeah.
Now, see, that's interesting. Go ahead, Caz.
I was just going to say, it was just, I had goosebumps all over my body while I was doing it. Yeah. The energy, like, just the excitement of emptying out the pots, it's great.
Yeah, I see the treasure. It's like, what did I get?
It's awesome. I love it.
Yeah.
That is intense manifestation. It really is. When you can actually, have a physical reaction, of such pleasure and joy.
Yeah.
I mean,
it goes into the food.
Yeah. And food is, Lynn and I were talking, food is boring. I mean, it's a fact that we have to eat all the time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you agree? I mean, and particularly, if you're making the menu for the house, it's like, all right, what do I do with tomatoes? I can make a sauce, so I love to hear that. Yeah. And potatoes are great. I love potatoes.
They were so creamy.
Yeah.
They're amazing. It's amazing.
I love that.
And it's the sunflowers as well, because they struggled in the beginning because the slugs were getting them. Every day I'd sit with them, I'd be going, reach for the sky, reach for the sky. Come on, you can do it. And now they're taller than me, they're about 8 foot.
Wow.
Amazing, yeah.
Excellent.
People are seeing weird phenomena in Arizona, and I don't know what it is with Mr. MBB333. He gets the weirdest stuff. I think it was 2 years ago. He had a sunflower in his backyard, and it came out in the shape of a heart.
Yes.
Yeah. And then this year, he's got a sunflower, Wayne, and it's got like 22 sunflowers on it.
Yeah.
It's
amazing.
like, yeah, and then he's got this. What I don't know what that big green thing was that was growing in his yard. Asparagus. It was like a giant asparagus. I'm not kidding. It was like so I don't know what's going on here in Arizona, especially in his garden, but I'm like.
He called it the alien asparagus, didn't he?
Yeah, something. I'm like.
Cosmic rays, maybe, you think? I mean, you know, I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah,
yeah,
he's seeing some very unique things going on with his gardens and like extremely crazy growth. I mean, he was measuring that asparagus every day. Some day it would grow like 5-6 inches. It was just,
wow.
It was crazy. I was like, how can it do that? Something's going on. Yeah.
That's odd.
It was amazing.
That's odd. That's rare. I mean, you don't see asparagus doing that every day.
It was crazy. And the heart sunflower too. I was like, wow, that's really beautiful.
That was
I've never seen that ever. It was a perfect heart. It was
my aloe vera grew me something through appreciation. Do you want to see? I'll just get it.
Yeah.
Oh, I love aloe vera. That's such a healing plant.
I got creosote on me as a kid once, and aloe vera.
Can you see that?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It grew this in the center of it.
Wow.
Over
Aloe vera?
Aloe vera. And I went on, I connected with my pendulum and asked Source what it was, because then it just fell off. And every day I'd look at it and I go, oh, baby, and speak to it. I mean, my aloe vera is huge, takes over half my living room. And Source said it grew it out of appreciation for you, to say thank you. Wow. And I thought that was so lovely.
I've never seen that, Caz. I mean, I see a lot of aloe vera. I've never seen that. That is beautiful.
I mean, I'll show you my aloe vera. It's absolutely massive. Look. Can you see?
Oh my goodness. Jeez, Louise, that is huge.
Look at the size of that plant.
It's beautiful.
It's amazing, the proportions of it. Yeah. And it grew it in the center and here.
I've never seen that in all my life.
I got to tell you, I've never seen an indoor aloe vera plant that big.
Neither have I.
I mean, typically they don't. That is amazing. It must be phenomenal energy there. That's all I can say, Caz.
Yeah.
My plants, since I moved into this cottage, they're just grown amazing things. There's this one as well. I've got to show you this. Look, this one here grew this.
Wow.
Sprouted it out the top. And that,
look at that.
This is crazy.
Something's beautiful is happening, I think, with nature and DNA. I think the DNA transformations are starting to hit.
That's fabulous.
New light.
You truly have, you know, the masters of the Far East, they teach us that Western mentality only sees man and does not recognize that man shares this planet with 2 other kingdoms. At least there may be more. Yeah. And Caz, what I see with you is that your energy radiates with the plant kingdom. There is a mutual exchange of appreciation, and I have never seen an aloe vera plant inside. And in England, of all things, because an aloe vera plant is more of a southern.
It was that big when I got it. It was It was one of Mum's babies. And when I moved back from Ibiza, I had it on my windowsill. And I love plants. And it's come with me into this house. And it's got all this room to sprawl out in.
Yeah.
It's like, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the
that
light,
is
it's that good
fabulous.
light,
Yeah.
and it's just
And it's like when you look down on it, it's like a star. It's like a
yes.
perfect star.
Yeah,
It's
they're so
beautiful.
pretty. I
That's
love
what
that.
you could almost see a starfish, or
Yeah.
better yet,
Yes.
even an octopus. You think about it. That is just amazing.
It's amazing.
Wow. Well,
Such a-
Caz, I have to say, you have the communication going on.
I can hear them. You
I
know,
don't
why
doubt
it's there
that.
with the pheromones, then when you walk into a room, they know who their owner is. They know the difference between an owner and a stranger, and
Hmm.
who they give off the pheromones to because you're their keeper, and it's like they know your energy when you walk in a room. And when I come in the house, I tell you, all I can hear is the frequency, and it's like they're all going, hello, 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 hello.
That's
It's
so
I
amazing.
awesome.
believe that. I absolutely believe that.
Yeah, some
Yeah.
my family.
Yeah. I've heard plants scream at me before, but I've never heard the beautiful, like I haven't tuned into that. But when they were needing something, I
Yeah,
totally did hear that. And I could literally hear them saying, I need water. I'm
yeah,
thirsty. I was like, I could hear it. And I was like, you need to water your plants. You know what I mean? Because I could feel it. I was like, whoo. But yeah, that was one of the only, I was like
yeah,
out of the blue. I just walked in the room and I could hear these plants like crying for water. And I was like, I could feel a
wow,
frequency and it felt like it was hurting them. I was like,
yeah,
fix this right away, you know?
yeah,
But yeah, you can feel.
yeah. You can feel, you can hear them, and they give off. Sometimes you walk past them and they give off a scent.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, smell me, you know.
Yeah. I've noticed that with roses and
Yeah,
jasmine too. Oh man, it's like it'll grab you. It's
yeah.
like, hello.
It's like you
Yeah,
pay attention to me now. Look.
I love
absolutely.
this.
Yeah,
I
We
think
should,
that's such a gift.
well, we should pay attention more to, again, we have the animal kingdom and, the plant kingdom. If it wasn't for the plants, we wouldn't be here.
that's right.
And
Yeah.
most people who are vegetarians, I hope you're giving thanks to the spirit of that plant food that you're eating. It gave its life so you could live.
Mhm.
That's it.
It's true.
It
Yeah.
is.
You know, it's like that movie. Have you seen that movie Sausage Party?
No.
Oh, you
Mm-mm.
should. It's funny. It's an animation,
Sounds funny.
but
Does
the
sound funny.
the food is alive.
Sausage.
Oh, yeah.
And their view of heaven is this, is that when they come into the supermarket, they're being gathered together. And so they wait for their savior, who is the person who comes in and buys them. And as the human is putting the food into the cart, the food, whether it's, the hot dog buns or the hot dogs themselves, the lettuce, they're all rejoicing because they have been chosen by the Savior. And as they get through the checkout, that is their transmutation from life to death. And as they go out the door, all they see is the sunshine. That
Wow.
was their reality inside the supermarket until one day there was I believe it was a sausage who made it back into the grocery store to begin to tell the story of what heaven really is like. That once you go in and you give your energy to the Savior, heaven is nothing more than where they devour you.
Wow.
That is profound.
Oh, it's a freaking mind-blowing movie, and you
Sausage
have to
what?
watch it. It's one. uh Loretta
What's
says
it
I wouldn't
called?
watch it due to its name. Yeah, well, there you go. You have to get over the biases now. but it's a really interesting movie because the guy that brings the message is the shaman, and the shaman is the one who takes of the herb, and it was the great herb that brought forth the vision that began to set the vegetables and the all the food free by understanding that it's only within can you get out. It's a very profound movie. It's one you have to watch. It really
It's
is.
so crazy. This is like the truth of the reality. They just dropped the bomb in a sausage movie. It's so
The
weird.
sausage movie. Is that what it's called?
I'm
I
like, you
just-
can't make this up. This is. I gotta have to watch that, Wayne, because
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
mean,
going,
and you'll see exactly what the metaphors to what we really are living in is this. You know, it's so true.
it is because this is an entropy system. It's a death system. It's all about energy and siphoning and.
Well, how about
Oh,
this,
it's
ladies? Think
profound.
about this. Let's talk about this for a second. So we consume food in
Yeah.
order to absorb its energy. What makes us not think that something is going to consume us for
Yeah.
our energy?
Yeah.
Right.
You go back into
Hello?
the same system, you're doing it over again. You're gonna give your energy out till it dies, and you're gonna do it
Yeah.
again. But I think you can go to places where you don't die. So
I
I'm
believe that's
shooting
very
for that.
possible.
Yeah, I'm shooting for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I know there is. I absolutely
Yeah.
know it because I remember getting called here and I was like, I gotta leave this. I was not happy about it. But
Yeah.
I was like, I knew I needed to go, so I chose, but yeah. But you
I
can get
was
trapped in here. You get stuck.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You get stuck in here because you don't remember you're more than your worldly experience. Most people, they're just walking around, living life. No
that's
idea.
why I'm going to be cremated when I
Uh-huh.
pass over. When the reality, I was sitting outside one day, ladies, in the garden, and all of a sudden I wasn't there anymore. The thought
Mhm.
hit me that, Wayne, no matter how you want to look at this, you're eating dead people. You're eating dead animals. You're eating dead plants.
No,
I put down the little spade and I went, what the? And that's literally what I said. I
yeah,
said,
yeah.
and I made the decision right there that I'm going to go get cremated. Screw this putting me in the ground. Baby. I'm going to go ahead and get into the ashes, man. Let's,
I
yeah.
think fire literally distributes your energy into the ethers automatically, as to where if you're buried, you might have a residual imprint or magnetic pull back to that physical body because it's you. It's part of
Bingo.
you. Yeah, so
Bingo.
I'm thinking, no way, man, I got to get that stuff all broken up so I can go away. I don't want to be anchored in between land. And no, that just sounds like a trap. So I'm like, I think it needs to go through the fire for purification and transmutation.
And so many cultures, the Norse, the Vikings, the Druids, there's so many that had the belief that if you were put into the ground, guess what? You can be staying in the ground.
I wonder if that's true. And that terrifies me. I'm like, oh no, that doesn't
Exactly.
sound
I don't like that idea at all. Could you imagine you're taking a bite of your lettuce and it starts talking to you?
Right.
And it's saying, sucker. Take a bite. Come on. Dare you.
Yeah. One day I got that similar kind of message, Wayne. I was, thinking about, because I stopped eating meat for almost 2 years. And literally it was because one day I was sitting down meditating and I was sitting down, just got done eating cheeseburger and I was all, full and happy and sitting there. And I was literally like, what can I do to improve my vibration? And I literally heard as loud could be, you really shouldn't eat your friends. I was like, oh. Really? Yeah, it was bad.
I mean, what did they say about us in the afterlife? Like, oh, if they only
I think it's like, if you don't have an awareness of this, you're just like, just eat and everything, because when you have an awareness of it, at least you have gratitude and you understand. If you have no awareness of it, I just think it's like permission just to get eaten too, because it's
Yeah, because what goes around comes around, that's just
Yeah.
exactly how it is. Don't eat
Yeah.
your friends.
And then you see all these old pictures, with these guys just chowing down on people. It's like there might be something to this.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
I mean, if you want to get technical about it, we are eating our ancestors.
Yeah, totally.
It totally is. That's exactly what's happening.
Totally.
This is such a weird freaking plane of existence. There are times, ladies, that I just simply, I tell Lynn, I look, wow, there's his significance. 55511. Anyway, I told her, I said, honey, the more I'm on this rock, the more I keep questioning who the freak designed this madhouse. I mean, I love the fact that, yeah, I've enjoyed it because I don't know, it's kind of like a blind man seeing the color blue. How would
Yes.
he know? What would he know that he's missed?
Yeah.
I think it kind of started out as the Garden of Eden, where people could experience physicality. And I think that was an androgynous being. It was supposed to be a guardian, a caretaker. But then, everything got crazy. Stuff fell, stuff got invaded by dark stuff. And, everything just went crazy from that point. And now where we are in our evolution, it's like the whole original man template is way up in the higher dimensions. We're down here now mixed with monkeys. So this is a totally different thing. But what it was shown to me was like the whole point of this was to be able to have free will, first of all, because everything here dies. So it's always going to be purified through its own process of entropy. It's safe. It's full safe with that aspect of it. Everything here will eventually die, be remade. So you can it's kind of a fail-safe plan to do it that way. So this is where you can go and learn what it was it's the mixing of spiritual energy beings mixed with animal nature primal instincts. And could those work themselves out and find some kind of balance, or would it always just be a monster? So that was one of the aspects I was shown. They were like, we were going to get rid of it all. I was like, well, that would make sense, And they were like, but we saw this potential. And they called it earth angels, because we would be always of earth, because we had the wisdom of earth, but we would become a specific kind of a warrior being, because we experience darkness. We know what darkness is now, like the tree of knowledge. We now know good and evil. Apparently that's a pretty big undertaking to take on.
Always gets me to that thought, so as above, so below. I often, and how I interpret that is that of the ethereal is that of the physical. You can't have the physical unless the ethereal existed. From out of the ethereal comes the physical. But then I think about my transmutation that I know is coming, and I'm looking forward to it more and more. There's a certain excitement, is that, it's like we're going to Disneyland. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, seriously, I've been
Yeah.
here, it's like playing the same game over and over again. I know the game. I mean, now it's just a matter of keeping score. Do I win or do I lose? Big deal. But in the next realm, I often think then, so do spirits eat? Do they have the sense of smell? Because there are some spirits that stink. They literally stink, and you can smell them when they're in your energy field. And then I wonder, well, do spirits fall in love? I mean, just because you don't meet your mate here, does that mean there isn't the possibility of having a relationship with another spirit on a different plane? I mean, these are the questions I ponder.
Yeah.
What do you think, Caz?
I think, like you say, with the you smell some. I remember you saying before about you smell that really divine scent that I get blasted with every now and again. And it is just the most amazing smell ever. And it just fills your nostrils. And you can't get enough. And you're like, oh, where's that come from? It's like,
Yeah, it
come
pulls
back.
you. Oh,
Yeah, and it puts you in this state of bliss.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, for,
Yeah.
you know, 20, 30 seconds. And you're just so, I'm always like, thank you, whatever you were. Because it was just amazing. And it gives you a feeling of.
I wonder if that's a different kind of like a DMT process we have naturally, and it's affected through the olfactory, through the sense. I wonder, because it always feels to me like that's spirit. So I wonder if that's
spirit.
Yeah, it feels like spirit. So I wonder if
Yeah.
that's another way that we have one of our superpowers that we've really never really identified. It's through those scents.
Well, you go
Yeah.
and you take the mythology of creation that supposedly, the God breathed into the nostrils.
Yes, you're
So
right.
the spirit obviously comes through the nostrils, through the oriflory, all the way down.
Wow. Yeah.
Think about
That's
that.
profound.
And then how do you get the brain? The Egyptians in mummification, how do you get the brain out? Through the orifloral. Yeah.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah.
It's not, yeah, that's powerful. So that's another one of our superpowers, I think, that we communicate with spirit. I think we've been mistaken thinking these are real smells. I think they're spiritual
I
smells.
think there's a real good
There's
possibility
no
of
smell
it.
like it.
Well, I
Don't
mean,
you
you think
notice?
about frankincense and myrrh.
Yeah.
Now, I always burn frankincense. I only do it in my my chamber because Lynn's very sensitive to smoke. But I have become very, in fact, I got to tell you that particularly from the frankincense, the myrrh, if you mix the two, spirits start dancing in that smoke. It's really, really weird. But anyway, I digress. So frankincense is considered, it's also the incense burned in every religious, particularly Christianity and Judaism. Well, I think it's also with Islam as well. I think it's with it's frankincense is, the incense of the gods.
Yeah.
So it must be that certain scents carry a specific vibration that can actually activate our pineal gland
I would say yes.
and actually would invoke spiritual activity because the frequency is a match. So they can come in like super easy.
Pamela says, I have smelled roses in my bedroom. I did not appreciate having my bedroom invaded, which is my personal space here on Earth. Well, let me tell you, Pamela, if you want to stop that, then draw a triangle and either put it right to the side of the head of your bed or underneath right where your head is at. That'll stop that in a second.
Yep. Yep.
I did that when you suggested it.
Yeah, I mean, it works. It does.
Yeah.
I want to stay on this whole thing because it's interesting. Of late, this coronavirus attacks the smell.
Olfactory. Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that really interesting? And if you have no smell, you have no taste.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking to myself, I know this is getting really weird now. So you take away probably one of the most powerful aspects of the five senses, Yeah. I mean, think about it. If you have no smell, this could be hell. I mean,
Oh, wow. I just saw a full attack on the system in a strategic way. The first one they went after was the gut. Look at all the old people. They all have dementia, Alzheimer's. They've already went after the brain. Now they're going after all the other senses.
That's pretty deep.
Taste, then it'll be vision, and then it'll be touch. Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, it's
whoa.
This gets deep. I mean, because it's taking who was it? Who was the band REM that says, losing my religion?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, literally what they're doing, they're stripping all the aspects of what is this blending of spirit and body.
It's your power, all of your power. They're
Yeah.
taking away your power, because if you don't have your senses, you're completely cut off from source.
Well, think about smell. You know, we use the term, and we've all experienced, we've smelt death.
Hmm.
Well, now, if you can't smell death, then you're walking right into something that's probably going to be death.
That's what I mean. You're
Yeah, I mean,
losing you're losing the main part of your function. That's serious. I mean, I literally just saw that, and it literally was like a transpersonal humanism. It's going to cut off all the senses. Their senses will be gone.
This is deep now. I mean,
It is
because,
deep.
well, you know, I go back, and in my past life in Christianity, there were times when we called it the Shekinah glory. It was literally a cloud that came and settled upon the whole congregation that was there. And there was a distinct smell, very distinct smell. And I haven't smelt it any other way. And it's very difficult to describe.
Oh, can you try? I'm like dying. Can you try? Oh, like, can you try?
Yeah.
It's kind of it's earthy. It's got a scent of musk almost to it,
Yeah.
but not quite. It's of that essence.
Wow, literally, I saw a saddle when you said that. I literally saw
Yeah.
a saddle,
Okay,
the
that's gonna
leather
be
smell,
interesting.
the earthy sweat, salt smell. It was like I
Yes.
literally saw leather when you were trying to put it to
It's an
words.
interesting, yeah.
Interesting, very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Pamela Jean says, I've smelled thousands of smells that were all different, but sometimes I smelled one more than once.
Yeah.
Listen, I had a case of time travel yesterday. Lynn was coming in, and for a brief second, I smelt, if any of you who lived in Texas or live along the coast, you know how if you keep a cabin or a house that's been locked up,
Yeah.
how you can first walk in and you'll smell that kind of mildew smell.
Yep.
And it's not bad. It's just that, you know, in this case, this place was along the Brazos River. I was immediately there. I was back in the room.
Wow.
And Lynn, as a nurse, that's the first thing they watch in senior patients is their ability to keep smelling, because if they quit smelling, they quit eating.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. Now that's an interesting point, isn't it?
I was just gonna say, did you realize what you just said? That's part of shutting down the body.
Yeah.
Wow.
I heard that just very distinctly.
Yeah.
Wow, we're getting some big drops today, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is interesting because it's becoming more and more relevant to myself, is that I see the next realm. It's going to be in a different dimension. I get that, but I think there's going to have so many similarities. I mean, I have walked into large groups. Remember back in the days of conventions, and when, you know, all of us were all packed into rooms, and there were certain individuals who just stank. I mean, their souls. It's not they had cologne on. Their hygiene was fine. It's just that it permeated their very physical essence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And they ended up being jerks. That was just what got me.
That's what I'm telling you, Wayne. I think they stank to you because you could sense their energy
Sense it.
field, and so other people might not have smelled them the same way that you
Oh, I
did.
don't think they did. Yeah.
That's what I mean. I think that that's part of our psychic abilities. And wow,
Yeah.
I never really kind of associated those together until right now, was the power of smell with
Smell.
inner knowing. I
Yeah.
never really
Look at
kind of-
animals. Dogs.
Yeah, that's their
especially,
part.
they
Yeah.
smell.
That's
They
how they
smell
stay
it.
alive. Yeah.
Yeah.
Twisted
my-
Isby says, you think that you talk like conventions are a thing of the past. I do believe they are.
I do too.
Yeah.
They've dehumanized us, folks. We're not going back.
So I'm
Yeah.
telling you, they're trying to put us into the Borg program. They're trying to turn us into
Yeah.
non-feeling, transpersonal human beings. That's what they want. I mean, this is
So does a machine
how it's done.
smell? That, oh, you're just hitting me. I'm getting these truth bombs in my head. You think we're talking about smell? I had never realized there's a spiritual connection to it with that has been completely overlooked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, then this is just hitting me because again of my background in where I come from in Christianity, you know, it was, you think about if you have a practice where you slaughter animals for a blood sacrifice, that's going to stink.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you're going to need incense to cover the smell of, oh, this is getting deep, deep, deep.
Wow, Wayne. That's, yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Now, it's interesting, deep thoughts here and now. It's interesting. I'm glad you brought this out because the God of the Bible, Yahweh, loves the smell of burnt flesh.
Yeah.
In the book of Deuteronomy, it says that he revels in the smell of burnt flesh. It's an intoxicating odor for. There you go. And smell can intoxicate you.
Yes, it can. It can kill you too. You smell the
Yeah.
wrong thing for too long, you're dead.
Yeah.
I can remember a woman I dated in 1972. You know why I remember her? She wore Charlie.
Uh-huh. Yep.
That, if any of y'all remember back in that smell, Charlie, it's once you smell it's like petulia oil. You'll never forget it.
Yep.
This is deep stuff, folks. This is
Yeah.
really deep.
Yeah. And also with the covering of the face, with the mask,
Yeah.
it's all, it's like you walk
Oh,
around and you see
yeah.
there's no expression and no one, all you can smell is
You can just
isn't
smell
it?
yourself, and that
Yeah.
is actually dead bacteria, or actually it's
Yeah.
alive. That,
Yes.
oh, this is deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
So
can smell electricity too. Yeah, this is getting
yeah.
deep.
Yeah.
It's so crazy. It's like, you know, it's their, you're right, Caz. It's like they're covering our noses.
Yeah.
And then part of this thing is that you lose your sense of smell and taste. This is very interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. And your whole expression, because
Yeah.
I had to wear a mask to go to the hairdressers yesterday for
Right.
like an hour, and it was like, I hated it. I really did hate it. But
Me
then
too.
you look around and you can't see anyone's expression.
Yeah,
It's dead.
yeah.
And it's like, it really sort of hurt in a way to miss that.
Me too.
Because I'm quite a greeting person. Even
Yeah.
to strangers, I'll smile as I walk
Yeah.
by.
Yeah,
Mhm.
because the
But
smile, you know,
yeah,
it
it can
lightens,
just
you know.
transform the day, someone's day, can't it? You know.
I think
So-
you can smile with your eyes. I don't know.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know.
And your cheeks too, because
Yeah,
you know
Yeah,
they go up.
exactly.
yeah, they
I
do.
mean,
Yeah.
people can sometimes tell, but it's just not the same. Like you're saying, Kaz, it's so nice to be able to smile at somebody because they can
Yeah.
see the energy with your mouth and your eyes and your cheeks and your whole face makes the
That's it.
whole
Expression.
communication. So like they're cutting off half of our communication. Oh my God, they're cutting off half of our communication.
Yeah. It is. It's
Oh my God.
that. It's that.
This is weird.
Because we're
I'm telling
social
you what.
beings, aren't we? We're social beings, and we need that comfort of just people's expression. It can mean everything to someone.
This is
I
so
mean, I'm sitting
comfortable.
here just absolutely because no matter, even if you could smell through the mask, and of course we know you can, but it's altered.
Yeah.
This is odd because talk about changing realities.
I was going to say, this is how they do it in the
Yeah.
socialist platforms. They start it with little habits. They
Mhm.
recreate little habits which start patterns, and the patterns form a solid foundation for the new reality. So people wake up. This is the beginning of the end of humanity and feeling, loving, touching, tasting, having sex, procreating, having control of your own body, having
Yeah.
control of your own smile. It's all being taken away right now.
Yeah.
This is really profound. This is so serious when you put these dots together with what they're doing with the
Yeah.
face and the
Well, you
smell.
look at the phones. They're on their phones. They're all looking down. They're not talking to each other.
Nope.
So they're not communicating. So then they've got a mask on as well.
Yep.
communicating through the Facebook.
And like I
or
said,
whatever.
this would never work for us because we're awake. But the majority of people, they are totally going into the program of a cyborg.
That's
We're
exactly. I mean,
exactly where they're going.
I mean, I'm telling you, we may have been the last generation because the generations coming up now, I mean, when you
They're
begin
so
to take,
plugged in.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you're limiting physical contact. You know, that brings on a psychosis.
Yeah.
That's been
Babies don't
proven.
have, yeah, babies don't have touch, they die. It is mandatory for us to have common, communication and contact. Touch. Touch is like, I'm pretty sure if a human being doesn't get touched for a very, very, very long time, they literally have some level of sociopathy happening in the brain because they're going to have to compensate somehow with that because it's an essential, vital part of being a human being is we need each other.
And I think that's why many of us, and I know the names, I'm seeing more people joining our group. I am convinced spirits must have association with other spirits.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And I believe, as I keep seeing the evidence, that many times when a person pass over, particularly an accident, a suicide, or something like that, they don't have that association with a tribe. They're lost and they
Mhm.
become angry.
Mhm.
Oh, wow, this is getting really interesting. So it's interesting. So you begin to dehumanize us here under this thing that somehow this is going to help us, but yet spiritually, it's a part of us. We've got to know one another.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, if I couldn't kiss my wife, I mean, what do you do next? Kiss the dog?
You know what's funny too? It's like I keep seeing that they're building all of this up so that way they can stop people sharing their genetics, which would stop procreation. You would start it with no kissing, no touching, no intimacy allowed. And this is already being brought in with the face masks and the isolation and the lockdowns. This is already being initiated. And it's like they're doing all of this because these crazy people that have patented the seeds and the food on our planet are now trying to patent you as a human being and turn you
That,
into
and now, ladies, I
robots.
just got to step in here because you see, that brings up this whole thing. It's been bugging me. I mean, in my meditation, it's like that constant knock on the back door. And you're going,
Yep.
would you just, the more and more I see this can't be of human origin, what we see manifesting out here.
Yeah.
I don't think we're that smart or that, if, and I contend that we're all not of the same soul, the same spirit, but
Mhm.
it just seems like we're being manipulated. I guess that's the word I'm looking for. And I get that
I
feeling.
think this planet has so many races on it, Wayne. And it's just like a race of beings would be a personality attribute, just like you have Set in Egyptian. We've got these
Yeah.
personalities. And I really do. I think that there's like 12 original personalities that have created this entire part of this universal experience, is specifically within the solar system. There are specific personalities that birth all of the form. They're all coming through one of those rays. There's no other place they come through. They come through a ray. A ray is a designation of an energy, a principle, a personality, an imprint, a template. This is what gets put into the energy bodies before you can manifest your physical body. So you take on all these energies and you come through these personalities. So we all, and then the 7 chakra systems is directly represented the 7 planets, and those 7 planets are represented to 7 gods, and they're all energies. So, but we have 13. That's what I'm saying. We have personalities and powers that we're not even yet aware of. And what they're trying now to do is cut off our ability to connect with our planetary solar constructs through our physical avatar, shutting it off even further. We've already been so dumbed down. Imagine how powerful we must truly be if they're trying now to go after every last ounce of our connection to spirit.
That's why the BOSTO, that's why the next experiment we did, we changed the weather here in Denver. We did it.
You changed it all
And
the way to Phoenix. We
and
got rain.
someone wrote me that we also did it up. Someone right out of Cheyenne said, "Would you guys get a little bit more specific next time?" The guy was saying you're flooding us out up here, you know. So it
Awesome.
tells me that we're on to something, and that means we are a threat.
Yeah.
We're a counter to what they're trying to pull off here.
Told you, Wayne, that's why we were born. We're the rebel cells, man. We came in, we're the antivirus.
We're saying,
It's like
bring it
when
on, baby.
we all come together as well. Yeah. When we come together on here, I feel the energy just lift. It's amazing. I love it.
It is
It's
tangible.
like, ooh, Wayne's on in a minute. It's like, and then
and the flow of creativity amongst this group is it's phenomenal, and it's building. And I see other channels out there, they're discovering the same thing we're discovering.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now
And
I think at some point to go
that's
ahead,
how I
Trina.
saw the second coming of Christ, Wayne. This is how it was done.
I could
We're
see that.
doing it. We're doing it right now. And
Yeah.
this is how I saw it being done. People would come together and start to focus, and man, stuff starts popping. And it is, it's like, yeah. And that when people see it, it's like, once you see it, man, you can't unpop that popcorn. It's game over. So then that's all it takes. A couple times people witness the power of we, because man, it is in the we. This is how we get it done. It is through we, through our tree, the tree of life that we are. And it's powerful. Woo-hoo.
Absolutely.
We came here to do some party tricks, y'all.
Okay, this is going to be interesting. Let's do real quick. I have another one I'm putting together, folks. It's going to give me a week, but I've got a list of everyone who wants to be in the next experiment. But something just hit me that it's something that we can do. And Spirit Girl from San Francisco, you're going to need to be a little bit broader than that, or we can just focus on it. I just thought it would be an interesting opportunity to continue to reinforce this. And I wanted to focus in on an individual. So, all right. So Spirit Girl, you put this out there in the chat room. I think it's a great idea. She said, I would like to be the next experiment. And I would like to get out of San Francisco with my family. Now, I will put it out there, but if you want us to focus getting you out of San Francisco, remember, you could end up somewhere in Montana. But you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I
believe we can do this.
Let's do this. Spirit Girl, focus on your most realistic. Make it to where you can actually believe it, because you need to be able to believe what we're going to be manifesting, because if you don't believe it, we can't do it. So you need to believe it. Pick out the best and highest income avenue that you could see happening for your family with a transition out of San Francisco. What does that look like? You just need to tell us what that looks like, and we will manifest what that looks like. We don't want to manifest a move. We want to manifest her outcome.
Yeah, we can get you moved.
Yeah,
we can do that very easily.
Boy, get ready. It might be a tornado. Woo!
That can be done. It's just that we have to, and
I literally had a warning a few years ago about this power. What we're doing, I'm telling you guys, you have to use caution. You have to be very careful how you do this, because it literally does work. So like, I had this vision, and this was how they taught me about when we start doing party tricks, what could be a potential. And what it was I had a vision that it was end times. There was chaos, and everybody was in this big like school, like an auditorium, like a shelter type thing for some storm or something. And all these people were learning about manifestation, and they decided that they said they were going to bring the glory of God down into that building. And I literally, like a spirit came over me and said, stop now. It said, if you literally bring forth the glory of God into these physical bodies, the vibration is so high, most of them will drop dead before your very eyes. I was like, oh, smack. That's a big caution dream. So we got to be very careful with, because this is real. So we need to be, kind of try to be specific on what we want to do. We want to focus on outcome. We leave it up to creation on how it's going to get done. All we focus on is outcome. It cleans up a lot of room for error too. When you focus on just the outcome, what you want to see manifest, you focus on outcome. That's just how we get there.
Well, Spirit Girl, just email me and we'll get it hammered down.
Because
And
we
then
don't want a big old tidal wave coming in, moving her family out of Zambia.
we'll get you there. I mean, I believe that this can be done. I really do.
We need happy transportation and, all that stuff to work itself out. But like I said, we don't need to even worry about the details. All we have to do is focus on what you need to see in your life show up. And once you know what that is, if we put energy to that, honey, hold on, because it's going to come.
So Maria Ekman said they did a mass manifestation experiment in Denmark, the intent, peace. The police reported a major decrease in crime during that weekend. I believe that. She said Colorado. She wants to move to Colorado. Okay. All right. Sure, we can do that. So I'll get it down, and then tomorrow we'll just make it our second project. Folks, this changes people's lives. And I think that this is how it was in a time like Atlantis. When you think about the culture of Atlantis and Lemuria, they had the ability to get their needs met, because when you're a community and you focus in on the manifestation, whether it be a harvest, whether it be a windfall of some kind, it works every time.
It's just like Jesus with the loaves and the fishes. It's the same thing. We can literally do these things if we believe it. It's what we're born.
It's like the
to
masters
do.
of the Far East, as in book 1 showed us, that they never lacked for a good meal.
Never. They were never lacked for anything. Anything they needed, they could manifest.
You see? But then there are people who died just on one-day trips out in the desert.
Yeah, because they believe they're human and they don't call forth supernatural intervention. And it's hard to do it when you don't know. You just don't know.
So Caz, I want to ask, on your side of the pond, how are you? How are you finding? Did you just see that glitch? It says my internet is unstable. Well, it might be. I'll speak in slow mo. No, anyway. How are things over in your country there? I mean, how have you weathered the pandemic?
See, I'm pretty, and apart from when I'm at work, I forget it doesn't exist, because I live in the country. I've got the only time I'm reminded of it is when I go to work, and because I don't have a telly, I don't watch telly. I've not seen one news broadcast since this thing started on it.
We're all moving in with Caz, folks. So just buy your tickets,
Right?
I mean, if we're from America, we'll have to sneak in, but no.
I know,
I'll sneak you in.
Incognito.
I'll sneak you in, no problem.
Just put me in the backyard, it's like, it's...
And it's only because I had to get my hair cut yesterday that I had to wear a mask. I don't need to wear one at work because I'm driving.
Cool.
And I wouldn't anyway. I wouldn't wear one.
Right.
And it's just what I miss is the company of and the relaxation of people sitting in the cafes outside and relaxing. That's not happening. It's missing that, especially in summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's such a shame. It's like, and everyone wide stepping you just get on my nerves, I tell you.
As you were
But
saying that, I
if
remember
I
a
go out
time.
anywhere, I go out on my own, and I go out into deep wilderness
Oh,
because I'm feral. I'm like, that's what I say. And I go out in the wild and I just sit and listen to nature and connect. Take my shoes and socks off, and
Caz,
I love it.
you're just so well connected. And you, by the way, you did a video that you made for Trina, right?
Yes, yeah.
Well, what, you want to
Let's
show
see.
it?
Yes,
Yeah.
please. I
All
better
right, go
share my
for it.
screen.
All right,
Awesome.
you can go for it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Good.
This is a premiere, folks.
Yes.
Gotta pull it up.
It's all right.
So
I just
Right.
love your videos, Caz. They're
yeah, and all the dragon stuff, man, it's so beautiful.
Thank you. Can you
You
see
have
that?
Vanity with the dragons. I can see that.
Can you see that?
Um,
Awesome. Right, here we
no, I
go.
can't see it yet. I can't see it.
Oh, no?
You should
Oh,
be
hang
able
on.
to share the screen.
I thought I did. Let me go
Oh,
back.
hold on. Okay,
Oh,
you can now do it.
Okay.
can I do it now? Share screen.
Yeah, so try the share now.
Oh, we go. Okay.
Come on, come up,
Okay.
because I know it. I
Oh, I'm
just
doing
said
it. I'm doing it. I'm sorry.
Okay.
There we go.
Yay.
Is that worked?
It's
There we
starting.
go. Yeah, excellent.
Okay.
All right, you got it.
Got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Get ready. Oh.
Aw.
And this will be up on your channel.
I wanted to present it to Trina first,
It
and then
is
I'll upload
beautiful.
it. Yeah.
People are saying,
Wow.
David Berry did the video.
Oh, right on.
David, you're
Oh,
just
right on. Fire
an
dragon.
exceptional editor. I like the fractals.
I do too. It's interesting that symbol that you had, the circle with the phoenix. I've literally that's been flashing at me for ever since the Hunger Games came out, because that's the symbol on there is similar. We're all
Yeah.
supposed to know about the Hunger Games.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Oh, wow. Oh, that is so beautiful.
I love the there we go.
Those dodecahedrons.
I'm going to look forward to when I can actually hear this into the headphones.
So beautiful. Oh, pretty. Wow. Caz, it's beautiful.
Glad you like it.
So weird. Through the fire we go.
Isn't that the truth?
I feel it, Wayne. I feel like we're getting a change of
I think it's,
gods.
yeah, I would definitely agree with you.
Yeah, gods. Like it's that big. It's huge. It's something big's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, look at that. Oh my gosh, beautiful.
He's good, isn't he, with the videos, David?
I love it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love too the geometry flying through the back and the spheres. It's magical. And it feels like you just captured what they're telling me to get ready for, Caz.
Wow.
Yeah.
Get ready, happy. I don't know what they're saying. New vibration. Get ready. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm like, oh wow, and like, and then you present this to me. It's like, it's amazing.
Wow.
The
The
confirmation.
phoenix is rising.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
said, it's profound. The symbology that you're showing me it's matching the messages that I've been receiving.
Hmm.
Like you just put it into visual. Wow.
Awesome.
I love and David, you do great work, my friend.
He is so talented.
Back in the days when I was in the
Beautiful,
video
yeah.
industry, you'd have been a great editor. The calling, I mean, it's someone says to you, oh, Brenda says, Trina, that says, well, there you go, another sign.
See, because I was talking with Brenda about it yesterday.
Yeah.
And she was
Uh-huh.
like, well, honey, hold on, get ready. I was like, oh boy, I think you're right. I think you're right. Something big is getting ready to transpire.
Beautiful.
Wow. Dragon friends.
Like a big old puppy dog.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Yeah. Unless they're angry or upset. But just like a puppy dog, though. Dogs are the same way.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Keep the dragon happy.
Don't want to upset the dragon.
No, they're
No.
No.
I have a lot of dragons around me in the house, all over. I've got some new pictures.
I can feel the dragon energy around you, Caz.
Can you? They're with,
Yeah.
I think I've got 6 that stay with me all the time.
I knew I felt them around you. Wow, 6.
It's like,
That is
lie down.
awesome.
I love that.
Stay.
I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Firebird's my main one. Firebird.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'll show you a picture quickly before we go,
Okay.
if you like.
Oh, this is
Yeah,
so
love
cool,
to.
Caz.
Because this is the end now. So
Oh, see,
I
and
just
that
wanted to show
symbol,
you that.
so beautiful. I love it. Thank you so much. You are
You're
wonderful. David,
welcome.
thank you so much. You guys make my heart like I'm gonna cry. So thank you.
Here's a
Seriously.
picture.
Oh,
Oh,
Look at that
I
beauty.
never do the camera. Not that one. This one.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
Firebird.
wow. That is beautiful.
Yeah. I could never do this back to front.
Oh my
Wow.
God, that is beautiful, Caz.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've got quite a few. I've got one like flying.
Oh, right on.
And this one. This one reminds me of
Oh,
the dragons on the
Beautiful.
neck.
oh my God, that is beautiful.
Aren't they awesome?
I love them. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't know
And
how. I know
Jeez.
we've had dragon stuff in them. I think it might come back, and I hope it does.
It's
They're
back.
magnificent.
It's back here with me.
I think you're absolutely right, Caz. I really do. I
Yeah.
believe
And I've
that
got my
100%.
I've got my dragon.
Oh, I love it. That is beautiful.
Yeah, top.
Yep.
And I knew you'd like this, Trina, because that's the
Oh my God, yes, algaes. Wow.
algaes. Yeah, do you like it?
Oh my God, I love it. Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
So pretty. Yeah, see, I got my algaes
Protection.
with my rock.
Yes. Wow. Awesome. Yeah. That's cool.
Yep, that was a sign. I said I wanted a sign from the universe, and they said go to Sedona, and off I went,
Yeah.
and this is what I found.
Excellent.
That's amazing.
It is. It's so crazy. We're
Yeah,
so
ouches.
connected. The
Yeah.
symbols are coming to life through us.
Yeah.
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 That's what I love. And it is, even though we're so far apart, we're so connected.
Absolutely. Distance is
Yeah.
no measure for heart. This is
No.
instant. There's no distance between connections.
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
not at all.
thought is not restricted by the speed of light.
Exactly.
It's not. Yeah.
No.
This is really interesting. You know why the dragons love you, Caz, is that because you love them.
Yes.
People don't
The last tune I
understand.
made was for the Dragons, the one before Trina.
Yes.
And I presented it to them, and then I recorded their response on the chart because I wanted David Berry to see it.
Yes.
And they were saying I sent him the video thanking him for his kind and amazing talent. And it was Firebird speaking through the chart. And they were so excited about the tune and the video. It was, they've never had anyone write the music before.
Oh my
I
God.
have heard that from the creator. You know,
Yeah.
when you give songs of gratitude to the creator, many times I've heard the voice almost audible say, you are just one of a few who give thanks and gratitude.
Yeah.
Most people don't sing to the creator.
No.
And so the few that do, they become very special. And you, with the same relationship with the dragons, they're here.
They're
They
here.
can manifest their glory to anyone they choose, but they only choose the ones who really choose to love them. So Caz, that's the uniqueness about your energy.
That is a profound, beautiful gift. When I heard that they don't have songs about them, it literally made my heart break. And now you're making songs for them. I can't imagine the joy. I can't imagine
the joy
the
was
joy.
Amazing.
Yeah,
And
because
David,
we create with our sound and our song, and now you're honoring, and that is so beautiful. Thank you for that.
You're welcome. When David was making the video for the Dragons, he took a photo of a cloud outside. He said, look, it's trying to peep, because it looked just like a dragon. And he was making it on his laptop. And I said, I told them not to peep till it's finished.
Aww.
Well, if everyone will remember, go back to last time we had Caz on. I mean, you captured a dragon in the air. I mean, that was clearly a dragon. And, you know,
that is a dragon, and its name's Michael.
Yeah, it was very clearly it was a dragon. I mean,
yeah, it was. Yeah,
you didn't have to really extend them. You know, it's like, yeah, that's a dragon. Yeah, yeah.
Wow,
amazing.
So it tells me that.
I can't wait to learn your dragon song, Caz, because I want to sing the dragon song.
It's on my channel.
Yep, I'm gonna listen.
I've seen it before,
but I'm
the link is
gonna
below.
really
Sunshine Love. Yeah,
I'm gonna learn it.
That, you know, and this is the one thing I know as well, Caz, they protect you as well.
They do.
They do.
Yeah, big time.
Pity the poor fool who ever tried to mess with you.
Yeah.
Especially if it's a pet dragon.
It'd be like, it's just like me sat at home with them on my lap like this.
You're finding yourself in a world of hurt, boy.
That's right.
You can't get near me. No bad energy could get near me, because I do protections all day long. I'd always call upon the sun, the earth, Lilith, and my dragons, and my mom to protect me when I'm at home and everything. And I send love, favour, and gratitude their way always for assisting me in this.
Yes.
And I just see, like, now the energy, the walls are just tingling with energy. It's beautiful.
You're a powerful, powerful witch. I have to say that.
She knows.
You know that, don't you? You know that.
I do.
Yeah, again, I pity the poor fool.
Yeah.
Well, folks, we went over, but hey, we're having a good time, and you know, sometimes it's worth just talking these things. We don't get together enough, and you know, and things always change, and so we appreciate the time we always do have together. That's all I got to say. Oh, by
Oh,
the way, the
Wayne,
card today
thank
was
you.
Oh, green
Oh, right on.
star.
Right
I was
on.
star.
thinking.
So there you go.
Wayne, thank you for allowing me to share time with you and Caz.
Oh,
Much gratitude.
Trina,
Thank you.
I'm the one that's humbled here. I mean, I have two
Me
of the
too.
most beautiful women out there, and and each are powerful,
you.
which is within their own rights. And hey, you can't get much better than that.
Yeah,
Right.
Wayne,
Pity the poor fool who messes with us.
Yeah.
you're the best school bus driver ever, Wayne.
Well,
I
thank
love
you,
it.
thank you, thank you. You know what?
I love
And
being in your bus, Wayne.
well, as I say, smoke them if you got them. If not, then have a drink. That's all right. Well, ladies, stay with me as we go. Thank you all. This has just been all of you that have been participating. Thank you. We love you. And hey, love your dragon. That's about the best thing I can say. Wouldn't you say that would be right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Trina,
Love
you're
you
going to
both.
be on the Milky Way Soul Tribe
Uh-huh. I think
Is it what-
Saturday night.
Okay.
Yep.
And then Caz, y'all make sure, we should have every one of us in here who have a YouTube channel. We should have at least 1,000 subscribers. So put Chaz's channel down there, go and subscribe. It helps her. It helps the rest of the community. And this is how we share the love here.
And it's how we stay connected while we
It
can.
is. It is. So thank you, Kaz. We
You're
love you.
welcome.
So
You're
much love,
just,
Kathy.
uh,
Thank you so
you know,
much. It was such
you
a
are
joy to spend time with you.
You're a
Honored.
gift.
Brilliant. I love it.
All right, folks, we love you. We'll see you tomorrow. Be good to yourself. All right, we'll talk soon. All right, bye-bye.